Welcome back to Criminal Chronicles. July 19, 2016. The small community of Fulton County, Ohio, would soon be thrust into a nightmare it had never imagined. 20-year-old Sierah Joughin was an ordinary college student, vibrant, full of energy, and beloved by her family and friends. That day, she had set out on a bike ride with her boyfriend, a routine they had done many times before. But this time, Sierah never made it home. As dusk turned to night and Sierah failed to return, concern began to grow. What began as a routine evening soon spiraled into panic as her family, friends, and the community realized something was horribly wrong. Searches began immediately, and as hours turned to days, hope started to fade. The police launched a full-scale investigation, scouring fields, roads, and nearby areas. But Sierah had vanished without a trace. Then, on July 22nd, 3 days after her disappearance, a grim discovery was made. A sign of struggle along a rural road where Sierah's bike was found, abandoned. Tire marks, signs of a violent encounter, and further down the road, a chilling discovery that would confirm everyone's worst fears. The investigation shifted focus as the reality began to set in. Sierah Joughin hadn't simply disappeared, she had been taken. The search intensified, and on July 22nd, law enforcement uncovered the body of Sierah Joughin in a cornfield not far from her home. She had been brutally murdered. The discovery shattered the small, tight-knit community, leaving them to ask, who would commit such a heinous act and why? Attention quickly turned to a man named James Worley. A local farmer with a troubling past, Worley had been convicted decades earlier of abducting another young woman. In that case, his victim had escaped with her life. This time, however, the outcome would be tragically different. Evidence piled up. Worley's property, located not far from the crime scene, was searched. What investigators found there was horrifying. They discovered a hidden room, restraints, blood-stained items, and chilling tools of captivity that painted a grim picture of what Sierah had endured. The evidence was damning. Worley had planned and executed Sierah's abduction with calculated cruelty. This wasn't a random crime. It was the work of a man with a history of violence against women. A man who had spent years preparing for the moment when he would strike again. In the trial that followed, the case against James Worley was airtight. The prosecution detailed the horrors that Sierah had likely faced in her final moments. Abducted while riding her bike, bound and held captive before being murdered and left in a field. The jury found Worley guilty of aggravated murder, and he was sentenced to death in 2018. Justice, in a sense, had been served. But for Sierah's family, there was no closure. They had lost a daughter, a sister, a friend, in the most violent and unimaginable way. Out of this tragedy, Sierah's family worked tirelessly to ensure that no other family would have to endure what they had. They channeled their grief into action, advocating for new laws to protect future victims. In 2018, Sierah's Law was passed in Ohio, a law that created a violent offender registry, helping law enforcement track dangerous individuals like James Worley and keep communities safer. While nothing can bring Sierah Joughin back, her family's fight has ensured that her death was not in vain. Her legacy now lives on through the law that bears her name, a powerful reminder of the need to protect others from the predators who live among us. The murder of Sierah Joughin was a devastating crime that rocked a quiet community, leaving a lasting scar on the lives of everyone who knew her. It serves as a tragic reminder of the dangers that can lurk in even the safest places, and the importance of vigilance in protecting those we love. Sierah Joughin was taken far too soon, but through the courage and determination of her family, her story has brought about change. Her memory lives on, not just as a victim, but as a symbol of hope. A young woman whose light continues to shine through the darkness. In memory of Sierah Joughin and the lives forever changed by her loss, thank you for watching our tribute to Sierah Joughin and the impact of her legacy. We hope her story continues to inspire change and awareness in our communities. If you found this video meaningful, please like and follow for more content like this. Your support helps us create more impactful stories and spread awearness. Pause 3S. Together we can make a difference. Thank you.